What is up, everybody? This is your boy, Metahuman Macaluco, and on today's interview, I am proud to have the none other beautiful Mrs. Hautecore. How are we doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Mrs. Core, it is without a fact that you are a cosplayer, DJ, power lifter, and you have so much more on that plate. Please tell us how you got started and what was the domino effect to where you are today.
You mean as in DJ? Because I'm like a cat with nine lives. I've done pretty much everything.
Okay. Well, I didn't mean just DJing, but like everything that you do. So like
Oh,
cosplay judging, lifting.
oh my gosh. I would say it's like been a 10-year journey. I got into cosplay 10 years ago,
Okay.
and it's because I've been a visual artist my whole life. Like I'm a classically trained illustrator, painter. I went to design school for fashion design.
Okay.
So I've been doing art my whole life.
Did you go to school in New York or did you go to school in Florida?
I was supposed to go to school in New York, but I ended up going to like, gosh, they changed the name so many times. It was the Art Institute. Yeah, the Art Institute in Miami.
Okay.
I went there. I got my degree in fashion design. I then also got my degree in business marketing at Nova Southeastern. From there, I did everything. Like I ran a photo studio. I worked for Miss Florida, which is part of Miss Universe.
Right.
I worked with models and everything. But I was always very much a nerd and a geek. But I used to keep that like in the closet because of the work I was doing.
Right.
Like they didn't consider it cool, but
Was this the early 2000s, early 2010s?
I'll say 2010s,
Okay.
early 2010s. Yeah,
That makes sense. It was around that time. It
yeah,
was a very odd time.
yeah.
It was before anime really got popular.
Yeah, it wasn't considered cool or mainstream by any means, like at all. And I remember it was my first con was 2014, and it was one of my friends
Okay.
came up to me and they're like, "Oh, you should go to SuperCon," and I'm like, "What's that?" And they're like, "Oh, there's like all this stuff. I think you'll really like it." And I didn't even know what cosplay was at the time. I thought cosplay was like Trekkies, like Star Trek. That's what
Yeah,
I thought.
I thought the same thing.
That's what I
When
thought it was.
I had this weird notion. So shout out my fourth grade teacher. I had an interview with him not too long ago. He was the one who bought me my ticket to SuperCon, and I went in expecting this boring shit, like maybe a few museum
Right,
exhibits
right,
and
right.
whatever. And here I am. Why is this guy dressed like Edward Elric? Blew my mind.
Yeah, no. And I thought I was so fucking cool because I didn't know what cosplay was. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be so cool. So I dressed it like one of the cheerleaders from the Nirvana video, with the anarchy side. I
Yes,
thought I was so cool. I was like,
but you are cool.
yeah, but I threw that shit together. Thought I was so fucking cool. I really did. Wore some fucking fangs. You couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me shit now, but back then you really couldn't tell me shit. I thought I was so cool. And I walked in, and then I just see like these Zelda builds and like all these different. And I'm just like, what? This has been happening the whole time, and I didn't know about it.
So your first experience at SuperCon was what pushed you to want to get really into cosplay.
Oh yeah, like literally a few months later, I made my first cosplay. It took me a couple months because I had never made a cosplay before.
Okay.
And my first cosplay was from Death Note. I did Ryuk and Misa Misa.
Okay.
And I had to bribe one of my friends to wear the Ryuk. I was like, "Yo, I'll buy you."
You had a bribe.
I had to. I'm like, "I'll buy your ticket. I'll feed you. Just wear this costume," because I didn't have nobody who cosplay. I'm like, "Yo, just wear this costume. I want to enter the costume contest." And my friend's
Real.
like, "Okay, cool, whatever." It was a girl.
Yeah.
She happened to be tall, so she was tall and skinny, and it worked because it was Ryuk. And we put like 6-inch platforms on her, so she was like over 6 feet tall.
Right.
And that was like my first. So I was Misa Misa. She was Ryuk. This was our first time walking into a con, like to cosplay and everything. And I remember me and her were walking, and then we heard like some snickering, laughing, and I felt like my heart drop. I'm like, oh man, we're lame. And when the people actually saw us, they gasped. They were like, oh my God. And we won. We won Best in Show my first cosplay, won Best in Show
Hell
at
yeah.
Animate, which was crazy, which was absolutely, and I never stopped since.
So somewhere along the path, you got inspired to actually start building your own custom cosplays. Um, at what point did the powerlifting come in? Did you want to look exactly like the characters you were cosplaying as?
Actually, the lifting came during the pandemic
Okay.
because there was no con, there was nothing to really do.
Right.
So I was just like, well, I've always been athletic.
Right.
You know, I took kickboxing, I did boot camp. Like I've always been athletic,
Okay.
but I was never like a bodybuilder. You know what I mean?
Right.
So since I wasn't doing anything during the pandemic, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just start lifting weights, and I started following all these like you know, like IFBB pro girls, like, and that's also around 2020 where this division called wellness came in, and that's what made me go into bodybuilding because the girls are literally built like they came out of Street Fighter. I didn't even know that existed. I thought Street Fighter, like those builds were fiction. I didn't think girls were actually built like that until I saw the wellness division in IFBB. I'm like, oh my god, this is real. These girls are actually built like this. This is not an illustration. You could literally train your body to look like this, and that's what got me into it. So it's partially yes and no. But yeah, that division of the big muscular legs, I was like, yeah, it was because of Street Fighter. And I saw that division.
That is awesome. Did you already get to do a Chun Li cosplay at any point?
I have, but I haven't done her classic like OG skin. I did her co-op skin.
Okay.
The one, you know, like the dress, like the evening wear dress that she wears, like it's like a floral evening dress.
Oh, from the movie when she beats the shit out of Vega?
No, not that one. No, it was from Street Fighter 5, the game.
Okay.
It was one of like the because like the illustrator.
Yes.
Like he did different like costumes for Chun Li. There's one I hate that has like Crocs. That one's disgusting, but not that one. Not that one. This dress. That dress was fabulous. That's the one I did.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look those up. Any thoughts on cosplaying as Wonder Woman?
I've cosplayed Wonder Woman.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. I didn't peep that.
Yeah, no, it was. I did it because it was based on the movie. Like the first movie, I love. The second movie is boring as hell. But the first movie, no, because I started very big as a builder. So I was hired by this convention that specializes in technology for theater.
Right.
So I was hired by Warbla. Warbla is a thermoplastic company. So I was working their booth. So I actually made the costume for their booth to show off their product for their booth.
Right. Okay. That's fire. Um, were you ever involved in FGC at all? Fighting game community?
Oh, fighting game. I was like, what does that stand for? No, I cosplayed a lot of fighting game characters just because I love fighting games.
Okay.
But I have friends who run tournaments.
Right.
You know, so that's like the extent. Like I've been invited to CEO so many times, and I've never had the pleasure of actually attending CEO.
I feel it. I'm trying to make that a birthday
Really,
trip.
you haven't been to CEO?
No.
Yeah, like everyone tells me if you're into fighting games, that's the place to be.
Hell yeah. Awesome, awesome. So with that, let's talk about DJing.
DJing, okay.
You've been DJing for how many years now?
I would say 2.5 years.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. And this is the most recent thing you've ventured into.
DJing?
Yes.
I would say so. I would say it's the most recent thing.
Awesome. So what during your experience, how have you felt about the scene, getting involved? Do you have any favorite particular genres that you like and dislike?
That's
Like,
funny. I'm
in terms of performing?
I feel like that's always a hot topic of what do you not like, because then people are so like, oh, like you know.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes
weird.
you got to stand on it. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't play it, so I do stand on it. Well, I'll start off like what made me go into DJing.
Yes.
Is that me and my girls? Shout out Vanessa. Hey.
Shout out Vanessa.
All right, so we would go to these events. We would dress up, and they would not play dance music, and we're just standing there, and we're like, what the hell? Why does nobody play dance music? Or they'll play the same 5 songs they play everywhere, like the same 5. fucking songs. And we were just like, and us were like, we could do this better. That's literally, we were just like, we could do this better. Like, no plan. I didn't have a controller. We didn't have anything. We're like, we could do this better.
So that's how Kitty Pop came to be.
It wasn't even called Kitty Pop at first. It was just a bunch of girls who were like, we could throw parties better. Like, they never play music we like. They never play dance music. Like, we could just. So it was funny because Vanessa, like, was like, oh my god, we should submit all these like dance panels to cons. We'll just submit them. And we did it for Anime Week in Atlanta.
Okay.
Like a con we hadn't even been to. And we submitted all this dance programming and they approved it. And then we're like, wait, what? Like, what? They approved it? And we had like 3 weeks. And they gave me a 2-hour set. I had never DJed ever in my life. And they gave me a 2-hour set. And I had 3 weeks to prepare. I was like, what? Because we didn't even have a DJ. No. Because one of our friends was like, oh, we'll just do a play. I'm like, no, that's lame. We can't do that. So I had a laptop. I didn't even have a controller. I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn how to use DJ software. So in 3 weeks, I had to learn how to use DJ software. So I could do this 2-hour set at a con I'd never been out of state, for 2 hours. And it went well. And I got a standing ovation and an encore. And I was just like...
Not the encore.
I'm like, first I had to close my laptop. I was like, okay, I'm done. And then people were like, one more song. And I'm like, wait, what? DJs don't get encore. I'm like, what are you? And I'm just like, one more. And then I'm like, shit. And I had to open my laptop, restart my laptop so I could go find music.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes the energy speaks for itself. And clearly you did something correctly.
Yeah, like, honestly, I just played songs that I felt resonated with me.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like I had this background in music or this or that. I guess I just listened to music my whole life, that I just felt certain things just resonate. And also, especially like when I was in college, I used to go out a lot. So I would hear, like, I would see in real time how songs affected people.
Yeah.
So I was never like a bedroom DJ. Like, even now I'm very active. I go out. I watch what the energy is. I think as a DJ, what's really good that I'm really good at is controlling like crowd reaction and energy flow.
Right.
Like how I interact. Like when I play, like of course I follow, like the rules, BPM, the key, you know what I mean? I follow the harmonic rules, but I watch the crowd and I can gauge what they like within a few songs.
Right.
And from there I can go, okay, am I going to escalate their energy or I'm going to kind of keep them where they are? And that's why I love playing live, because I couldn't play to nobody because I have nobody to bounce off of. If that's the case, I just be on my headphones and listen to myself.
Okay.
I need a crowd, even if it's like 3 people. I need something to work off of, and that's usually people's energy.
But let's talk about some facts. And you guys have done a great job with the SpongeBob rave and the One Piece rave, dude. Both those were jumping. SpongeBob more so, but they were both jumping.
Thank you. Well, One Piece, we put that together in under 5 days. That was very spontaneous. The One Piece rave. We threw that together.
Even then, the crowd control was very well kept. Everyone had fun. I had fun. I peeped everything going on. I made fun of Dirk a little bit. Shout out DJ officials. Love you, dog. But yeah, no, that shit was top notch. SpongeBob rave was also pretty top notch too.
Thank you.
What inspired that one?
The jellyfish rave?
Yes.
I just, what it is, like, I feel like Y2K is like my childhood.
Right.
So I felt like SpongeBob was so ingrained growing up that it just felt relevant. And I thought we could have a lot of fun. Because I think with like Kitty Pop, we wanted to just have fun parties. That's pretty much what we do. We throw a fun party where you go, you dance, you sing. Like if you go to I don't even have good clips of me DJing because people just scream through my sets. It's just people screaming the whole time I play.
Oh, that's the worst. But at the same time, I get it. You know, everyone's having a grand old
they're
time.
having a good time.
So it's like you take what you can get.
Yeah, like I just got to be better at recording. Like get the audio input it into something else. But that's why we do it. Like I want them to have a good time. I want them to dance. I want them to yell. You know.
Right.
So it's literally the desired effect.
It is, and you know what? Yeah, I remember the first time I met you was actually through Rave Stalgic.
Yes.
That was very odd because I got asked to be a cosplay judge. I'm like, dude, I haven't cosplayed in 11 years. I cosplayed as Double D, maybe last time, and Julian from Trailer Park Boys.
That's funny.
Fun stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I was a little iffy about that one because it's like 1,000 other people. You ask me, I'm not even good at this, bro. But no, that shit was fun. The techno was amazing. Are you very into techno specifically as a genre?
I think now. I think when I started DJing, I started with trap.
Right.
Like Kitty Pop was built on the back of trap music.
Okay.
That's how it started because I don't know if you know the lore of Kitty Pop. The real name of Kitty Pop is Pussy Pop.
Okay.
That's our real name, and Pussy Pop is short for Pussy Popping Music.
Okay.
So we started playing different kind of genres, but then I was like, we got to do a Pussy Pop set. And girls know what a Pussy Pop set. It's a set that you throw ass to. It's obnoxious. It's fun. It's high energy. So we wanted to bring it to a con, and they're like, you can't call it that. We're not putting it in the program as Pussy Pop. And then I'm like, oh, fine, Kitty Pop. I was like, fine, Kitty Pop. And it just grew. It was, I can't even explain, like, we're surprised. Like, we didn't start it to start a brand or anything. It was just, we wanted to play pussy popping music. That's the kind of music it was. It wasn't like we were being so clever.
Right.
It was just the genre of music that we were playing.
But I think in the long run, it ended up being clever regardless, even if it wasn't intended to be.
I guess so.
I mean, look at where you're at now. You've done 1,000+ shows. You work with some of the greatest promo groups in Florida.
I feel truly blessed. Like, if you told me this 2.5 years ago, I would be, because DJ wasn't something I would aspire to be.
Trust me, I feel the same way. I've been only doing this shit for 6 months. I just thought I would be the interview guy, and that's it.
It's just crazy how it falls into your lap.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you start doing it, and you go, wow, I really like this. Because that's what happened when I did that 2-hour set, which is crazy for your first set. To put 2 hours in a different state, it was a room full of people. That I really feel it was because of my cosplay name. They gave it to me.
Right.
Them not knowing I had zero DJ experience.
Okay.
And for me to learn how to use the software, not even have, a controller, it was plugged into my laptop. The sound was coming from my laptop, and it worked out. But I think I really enjoyed being able to look for the music, organize it. That's when I learned harmonic mixing with the key. Like, that's how, they were, it wasn't like I threw the song. I actually took my time to learn some music theory when I put that sit with, my transitions were shit, but at least there was some music theory applied to the set. You know what I mean? When I was doing it. But I had so much fun. And the thing is, it's funny to say that DJing made me fall back in love with cosplay, because I had felt like I had done everything I could with it. I won the awards. I worked with big companies. Like, there wasn't anything I wanted to build.
Got anymore. The sponsorships.
Yes, I did. But there wasn't anything. You know what I mean? When you build everything you wanted.
Yes.
What do you do then? There's nothing. There was nothing interesting for me to do. But then DJing came, and I was like, wow, I get to stay within my community that I love, but bring something new and fresh to them, and that's another thing. Some people might, they might call me the cosplay DJ, and maybe some people might think that it might come off condescending or direct, and I'm like, no, I came from the community. I'm a byproduct of the community. I'm proud of where I came from. I have no problem being called a cosplay DJ.
Positively, that's actually rare based, and you stand on it, and I that's probably why we get along so greatly.
Oh, thank you.
Fuck yeah. I love it. I love the energy. Um, is there anything that you'd like to say to any young women who want to go down a similar path that you went down, in any regard?
In any regard.
In any regard, whether it's school, cosplay, um, DJing, lifting, anything.
I say just go for it. I think a lot of women think too much about how others think of them or how they'll be perceived.
Right.
I just did it. And I accept that maybe you're going to get a bunch of weird looks. Not everyone's going to get it. I remember when I started bodybuilding, my mom was like, "What are you trying to do? Be a man?" And I'm like,
That's a little discouraging.
yeah, like at first, she's like, "Why are you trying to look like a man?" And then you look at me now, and I'm like, "What man has legs like this? Like, what are you talking? Like, if anything, I'm more hourglass since I started lifting." And like even DJing, they're like, "Oh, it's hard for women to break in," and I'm like, I think
I
I'm doing
disagree.
pretty. I think I'm doing pretty decent
I,
for
I
2.5 years.
I have to disagree with that sentiment. Um, there's so many female DJs out there, and they're all doing phenomenal. Shout out Changeling, shout out PJ.
Yeah,
They're all killing it. So I heavily disagree with that sentiment.
yeah. I say just go for it. You know, you're gonna always have people who say, or naysayers or question why you do what you do, but you gotta do it for yourself at the end of the day.
Correct. Anyways, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you. This was a great interview.
Thank you, thank you. Um, Ghostface documentary next week. See you
Ooh,
soon.
bye.